Okay, please find a comfortable and relaxed posture. Keep your back straight as much as you can. Lovingly and kindly, slowly close your eyes. Take a few deep, long breaths. Breathe in peacefully. Breathe out peacefully. Breathe in peacefully. Breathe out peacefully. Mindfully bring your attention while you are inhaling and exhaling, a state of present moment. Slowly observe your posture and get comfortable with your posture while you are gently paying attention to the present moment. Breathe in peacefully, breathe out peacefully. Do it few times to relax your mind and body. With having pleasant mind and body, it is time to start our practice. Let's develop loving friendliness thoughts towards yourself. Silently and lovingly repeat these words to yourself. May I be content. May I be patient. May I learn to care for myself with joy and ease. May I be strong and healthy mentally and physically. While you are repeating the words, feel yourself as your best friend. Try to be a loving and kind person to yourself. May I be content. May I be patient. May I learn to care for myself with joy and ease. May I be strong and healthy mentally and physically. If you find one interesting word or phrase that you really like, you can keep repeating to yourself with kind and compassion towards yourself. Now slowly think of your loved ones, your friends, your family members, whoever close to you. May my loved ones be filled with loving kindness. May they be free from inner and outer dangers. May they be well in mind and body. May they be learned to care for themselves with ease and joy. If you want to think someone especially who needs your thoughts, your wishes, your blessings this moment, imagine that person's face and send your loving kindness. May my loved ones be well, may they be happy, may they be peaceful. May all the living beings be filled with loving kindness. May they be able to find peaceful and healthy environments. May they be able to take care of themselves happily. Practice your loving kindness towards all the living beings without having any discrimination. May all the living beings be well, be happy, be peaceful. May my difficult ones be filled with loving kindness. May they be well in mind and body. May they be able to find noble friends, noble guidance. Try to develop your kindness towards difficult ones if you have any, without having any anger thoughts. Now, mindfully and gently take a few deep, long breaths. Breathe in peacefully. Breathe out peacefully. And it is perfect time to change your posture, move your body around if you want. Try to find relaxed and comfortable posture. And same time bring your attention to your breath, which is your noble companion, your noble friends, your noble friend. We are always breathing, but that we do not focus on our breath. Therefore, without controlling, without forcing your breath, mindfully pay attention to your natural breathing process. Keep your attention to the tip of your nose. Then you can feel inner and outer breath. Without wandering future or past, try to pay your attention to your breath. And let's start our breathing meditation practice. Breathe in mindfully. Breathe out mindfully. When you are inhaling, you know that your body is inhaling. When you are exhaling, you know that your body is exhaling. Observe the present moment, which doesn't have fear, worry, disappointment. It is peaceful and relaxed moment. you might having many thoughts. If you are having thoughts, just know I'm having thoughts. You can't stop having thoughts. And mindfully come back to your breath. Now again, mindfully take a few deep, long breaths. Breathe in, I am in peace. Breathe out, I am in peace. And same time, appreciate this moment. Appreciate your practice. Appreciate your dedication. Appreciate this place. It is always very important to remind yourself, we are here practicing as a group. This is our practice time. Whenever we go outside, many moments will come to you, will approach to you to apply this practice. Therefore, each moment be mindful and gentle. Try to apply your practice whenever you need. Please bring your hands together in front of your heart. May peace be with you. May all the living beings be well, be happy, be peaceful. Thank you so much. Slowly open your eyes. Okay, let's start our chanting practice, page number 4. Let's chant together. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dutiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dutiyampi dhammang saranang Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami Tatiyampi buddhan saranang gacchami Tatiyampi dhamman saranang gacchami Tatiyampi sanghang saranang Anicca-vata sankara uppada dhammeno uppajjitva nirujjanti tesang upa samosukko sabbe satta avera hontu sabbe satta abhyapajja hontu sabbe satta aniga hontu sabbe satta sukhe attanang pariharantu Mano pubbangama dhamma Mano setta manomaya Manasache paduttena Basati va karoti va Tato nan dukkha manveti Chakkangva vahato padang Mano pubbangama dhamma Mano setta manomaya Manasache pasannena Basati va karoti va Tato nang sukha manveti chayava anapayini. Mind is the foreign of all states. Mind is chief. Suffering follows caused by them, as does the wheel follow the ox's hoof. Mind is the foreign of all states. One should have these big acts. Happiness follows caused by that, as does the shadow never gives. We believe in generosity towards others. We believe this skillful noble path is marked by generosity. We believe generosity has many levels. Think generously, speak generously, act generously. Accepting and forgiving. We believe extending generosity to ourselves and others is a direct way of healing division, bringing joy. My wish, may I become at all times, both now and forever, a protector for those without protection, a guide for those who lost their way, a ship for those with an ocean to cross, a sanctuary for those in danger, a lamp for those without light, a place of refuge for those who lack shelter, and a servant to all in need, by means of this meritorious deed. Only the wise, until the time I attain nirvana. Okay, good evening everyone. How are you today? You said super. It's happy to see you all. Thanks for being here. And what do you think about weather these days? You like it? You enjoy it? Not really. Yeah. So it's raining. It's good for gardening, flowers, plants. So personally, sometimes I do like rain. Sometimes I do not like rains because where I grew up in my village, it's mountain, and when it's raining, it's terrible. Its monsoon is so terrible. It's slippery. It's muddy and landslides. Um, so I didn't enjoy rain sometimes, but every time I appreciate the rain. It's important. So let's out of nowhere last Sunday the weather it was very cold, and we had a pride fest in Woodstock. I wanted to go. It was raining. I just walk around. So it was cold day. But last week it was very warm. It was very warm. And when we think about the weather, it is rapidly changing. The cloudy and gloomy, and it's very different. Sometimes it is sunny. Sky is very beautiful, and the weather is perfect for outdoor activities, and we are enjoying when the weather is nice, and it is changing every day. So when we think about the idea of the weather, the nature, sometimes it is like our mind. Sometimes it is gloomy, it is cloudy. Sometimes it's sunny, it's very peaceful and relaxed. We are having fun time, good time. Sometimes we are not. And so whenever we are having, sometimes our mind is like a storm, like a tornado, it's like a hurricane. Sometimes not. So, so you hear and meditate, and I hope you had a good practice, and I hope you enjoyed meditation. And so when you meditate, what happened? When you meditate, what happened? So after you come here, maybe before you come here, you had a different mindset. Maybe your mind was, maybe it's wild, but after you come and after you practice, after you sit, what happened? So after you practice, how do you feel? It's different or it's the same? It's a little calmer, maybe a little peaceful. Maybe it's still the same. It's fine. So why I'm asking about this everything? So our mind is keep having thoughts like a tornado, like a hurricane, like weather. That is the nature of our mind. So these days, sometimes I'm struggling about some certain thoughts that I have usually. You might have the same thoughts. So I'm going to talk about what it is. So last 2 days, almost last few days, I wanted to learn about this idea, but I'm going to tell you what it is. I listened to some teachers' talks. I read some articles online, and I found some teachings, and then I was thinking about what I was learning last few days. Then it was very helpful. So what I'm going to talk about, maybe you might have in these thoughts, it is about overthinking. What do you think about the idea of overthinking? Do you struggling? Do you have those thoughts? Of course, yes. We all have those. It's like a tornado. It's like a hurricane. Sometimes it's killing your day. It is destroying your peacefulness and everything. So, as I mentioned earlier, sometimes I do have those thoughts, and I wanted to help myself. So then that's why I started to learn something. Then I found it is very helpful for me. Then the same time, while I'm talking to you, then same time I'm thinking I'm talking to myself, because that's how I do actually. It's helping both. It's very helpful for me over the years. Then I would like to talk about the idea of overthinking. When I was in Sri Lanka, I never think about the idea of overthinking. I don't even remember I knew this word. But after I moved here, when I do dharma talks, when I meet people, they have different. They are struggling about different feelings, thoughts, and they come and talk to us. Then I started to learn more about the idea of overthinking. It is common problem all over the world that people are having. Then my question is, can you stop overthinking? Can you stop? Yes, you can control it, you can manage it, you can pause it, but it will keep coming to you, the overthinking. So but it is sometimes it is like a temporary solution. So when we know about the idea of overthinking, when you know about the solutions, if you know how to control it, then it's mean you can manage that your thoughts. So if you know science, if you study science, and the modern world scientists, they are doing many researches about mind, about brain, and there are scientists, they found, they discovered, so they noticed there are two part of our there are two brains that you all have. Okay, two brains. Maybe you know about this, maybe not. They use two scientific words for these two brains, and I will explain later. So Buddha also explained about this idea during his time. So the two brains, the first one we call Velcro brain. Have you ever heard about that? The second one?
Could you say the first one?
Velcro. V-E, Velcro. It's like a tongue twister for me. So Velcro brain. The second one is Teflon brain. Okay? So that's the two part of our brain. So the Velcro brain, when you are having all the nasty thoughts, the anger, resentment, hatred, everything, the Velcro brain is producing those thoughts. It is not good. So we usually tend to remember all the negative memories, what happened in the past. Just imagine you were at work today. Maybe you were at work, maybe not. Just imagine at your work somebody appreciate you 5 times. Hey, you are doing great. You are doing really well your job. You are communicating with your coworkers so well, really well. So somebody appreciate you 5 times today. Just imagine the same day somebody criticize you. End of the day, what will remember? The 5 appreciation or the criticism? Mostly will come to you the criticism. That's our nature of our mind. We are tend to remember the negative emotions what you had. So therefore, the Velcro brain, also we can say Velcro mind, keep producing all that kind of thoughts. So we chanted Dhamma, the verse, the page number 8. If you see the third line, the first verse, the third line, it's called Manasache Paduttena. The word Paduttena. It is the Padutta Manasi mean unpleasant mind, unskillful mind. The same idea that scientists are talking about. So, so when you think about the idea of unpleasant mind, keep producing those thoughts. So therefore, it is very important to understand the Velcro mind, the Velcro brain, the negative mind, that keep producing all the overthinking thoughts, all the negative thoughts that we are struggling. And then what we do, we are keep feeding those thoughts. How do we feed that negative mind? How do we feed? With our 5 senses. Eye, nose, ears, mouth, and our body. We are keep feeding that our Velcro brain, our negative brain. It is like a radio station. It's like a TV station. What they do, there are many TV stations. They broadcast their programs overnight, 24 hours. That Velcro mind, same like the TV station, that radio station, keep producing thoughts which is killing your day, destroying your peacefulness. So then what we do, we are keep feeding, and eventually we are getting tired. What people do, maybe you have done it many times. Then people go to get medications. Then if you're tired of having medications, you go to therapies. People go to therapies. If you are around here, most therapists, doctors, they are suggesting to go to meditations. Some people come to Blue Lotus because I have met many people. They found this place through their therapist. So that's how they came here. So they come to meditations. Then you come and you meditate, you feel awesome, you feel fabulous, you feel relaxed and peaceful. Then you go home. What happened then? Terrible, because you can't find that peacefulness. It is different environment. You feel miserable. Again, you want to come here. So it is like a pattern. Sometimes people do that. So then the same time we are keep feeding that our brain, that our mind, the negative mind. So then the good mind we call good brain is Teflon brain, the Teflon mind. It's a good side. So our negative mind is very strong. If you keep feeding that our negative mind, that our good mind, it is not strong enough, because we do not feed that our good mind. We do not think about that our good mind. We are not going to feed it. Why? We are keep feeding that our negative mind. Then we are keep having those overthinking thoughts. So therefore, it is very important to understand the two sides of our mind, which is keep producing overthinking thoughts. And then when we are working on it, maybe you have some techniques. If you have some techniques, please share with everybody, because maybe this is a good idea to help each other, good time to help each other. Because what I found, I want to share with you. Maybe you have different teachings. So then when we are keep struggling about those overthinking thoughts, definitely that we have to feed our good mind instead of feeding our unskillful mind. What we do if you are struggling about those overthinking thoughts, eventually people are going to feed that our unskillful mind in unhealthy way. People are different addictions, the alcohol, the drugs, or whatever they call, and they are destroying themselves. And I told you a few times, two Sundays, usually we close the temple. Nobody is around here. And one Sunday, we were here. We had some people visiting from some place, and we were here. Somebody was ringing the bell. He was very lucky, and we opened the door. Other Bhantes were here, they opened the door. He was thinking to commit a suicide. Then the other Bhantes, they all talked, and then he was crying here. Then he left. The following Sunday, the same, we don't open the temple on Sundays, closed. But Bhante Rahula, the Bhante Sujata, our head monk, they went outside. They were just walking around the temple. There was a guy standing over there, and he was having same feelings. He was just walking around. He just wanted to commit suicide. He couldn't overcome those thoughts. And thinking. Then somehow the two Bhantes talked to him, and we got the number. Then now the one Bhante, he's keep communicating with him, just checking on him. I don't know how many people we missed, but those two guys they were so lucky. And sometimes people come here struggling and having those thoughts, and they do not have anybody to talk, and they found here as a sanctuary, and we are always happy to help that kind of people. I'm just telling you, maybe those two people had the same feelings, same thoughts, overthinking. And so therefore it is very important to find solutions how I can overcome those thoughts. The first one that I found was very helpful for me is identify, acknowledge that I am overthinking, that I have those thoughts, and then try to understand those negative emotions. The first one is identify. The second one is awareness. It is our tool, it is our weapon. The biggest weapon that you all have, awareness. It is mean you are aware about your thoughts, you are aware about what is happening around, you are not going to judge anybody, you are not, whenever, I know some people, whenever they see something, they are just judging and they are creating a story. But eventually they know it is not right. Usually people do that, overthinking, then creating stories and creating drama inside, and then you can even, yes, make your own movie, the TV series. Yeah, then people can have a good time, good day. And the best thing is the awareness. I mentioned earlier about the radio station. So I also mentioned about how the thoughts are coming. I remember my village is surrounded by mountains, and my parents, they can watch TV. They only could watch only 2 TV channels. I'm talking about almost 8-10 years ago, and they could only watch 2 government TV channels because the signal and everything was powerful. They were able to watch it, but the rest of the channels they couldn't watch. They missed their favorite TV shows. What I did, I bought a satellite antenna for them. They were able to watch whatever they like. So sometimes I think when you are having the negative brain, our signal is too low, our antenna is not good enough to receive the signals. Therefore you need the satellite antenna, which is that what you do here. Your awareness that you practice. So it is like a satellite antenna. You can get all the powerful signal, you can watch whatever you want. I remember when I was little, I love to watch the Discovery. I love to watch. That's how I used to see the world when I was a little boy, and I never missed that channel, the TV show, and I was able to watch all the animals. Sometimes I missed it when it's rainy time, rainy days. I couldn't even watch it because we couldn't get the signal, the radars. So therefore, having a good antenna is very powerful. So therefore, your practice, what you do here, it is very helpful. The second one is awareness. You are going to aware about your thoughts. Then you are going to apply. You are going to practice. We usually practice here. Firstly, loving kindness. You are learning to. You are going to take care of yourself. The third one is challenging yourself. It is mean you are going to question yourself, why I am having this overthinking? Why I am overthinking? Why? What is the reason? Maybe you are just have creating a story. You are just going to learn why I am having. You keep questioning. You are trying to find the root. You are digging the roots to find why I am having those overthinking thoughts. That's the third one. The fourth one is having action, taking actions. You already identify, you already understand about the awareness, then challenge yourself, taking actions. Whatever you were learning from the first 3 steps, you are going to apply. I mentioned already, people come here and they are having a good time, they are telling the practice is awesome, but they go home feeling the same, how they were, they come back. Whatever you learn here, we understand to apply, then it's going to work. Sometimes this 4 step doesn't work for you. There are always something else that you can find. Definitely, we all do that. Sometimes you have done it already before. The 5th idea is to seek help. As I mentioned earlier, that 2 people who were wandering around here, they They found this place and they came and we were able to talk to them. That's how we can help. So you can find somebody who can trust, who can help you, who can listen to you. Some people, they just want to just talk. Some people come here and just we are listening. They are just talk. We are just listening. And so you can find a person who can talk and who can listen to you. Then you can express your emotions, feeling, and everything. So I'm just telling everything very briefly. So I have many thoughts in my mind, but I'm not going to explain everything. But just try to think about this 5 idea. Then we call the 5th one seeking help. We call finding noble friends. So we always talk about noble friends. So you can be a noble friend to yourself, and at the same time you can be a noble friend to somebody who needs your help. Therefore, try to be a noble friend to yourself, try to be a noble friend to somebody else. And then overthinking, of course, you can stop it, but you can manage it. You have the powerful antenna that you practice, loving kindness and mindfulness. And whenever you are having those thoughts, I'm having, you are learning to understand, you are learning to find the roots, you are learning to manage it. But it is always easy to tell, but it is not easy to practice. So that's why I told you, I'm also talking to myself. Same time I'm sharing with you what I'm learning. So we can figure it out. So I think if you are struggling about overthinking, try to think about these 5 steps. Try to think about the idea. Try to think about the 2 sides of our brain. Try to feed that your good brain. Find good radio station. Then you can watch some good movies. So do you have any thoughts? Any techniques that you learn?
I'll just say that the longer that I sit, I right now probably have like 7 radio stations that my brain switches to, and when I notice which radio station is playing, I can sort of have a little bit of a laugh because it's the same thought just coming up again.
Yeah.
And not all of my radio stations or thoughts are helpful or even true sometimes. So just having that awareness is helpful. And then the last part is that I am not my thoughts. And sort of connecting with that during my practice. I'm not that thought. Comes up.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Any other thoughts?
For me, I really understand. I do like the steps. I question myself all the time. My issue is if somebody else is on the other side of that and needs help, and they want me to help them, I don't feel genuine because I have this heavy heart. So when other people go, oh, we're going to talk about this, and my immediate reaction is, it's not them, I don't know them, they can be a perfectly good person. But then I'm afraid to give them like kindness or love because it's coming from an authentic place. It's like, how do I get to that place where it's okay to just give freely without that reaction, that initial reaction? And I know it's somewhere in my negative brain, the negative side of the brain, but it's just so far unseen somewhere in some conscious or something that I'm not able to. And I've been meditating a lot as I find that place, but it's just still stuck down there.
Do you have any comments for that?
Is it a defense mechanism? I've gone to school for psychology, and it seems like for me to there might be trauma in the past, and so what he was saying is like identifying exactly why, and if you're not aware of like why exactly, like it's definitely a defense mechanism. Right. You've probably been like taken advantage of or like
Yeah, I appreciate that because I'm always talking about the forgiveness. If you forgive someone, it's mean already you forgive somebody. So if you forgive somebody, it's mean also you forgive some yourself. It's very powerful, the idea of forgiveness. So loving kindness is our forgiveness practice.
But it's like if you're saying these words like meditation, but it's not coming from a real place. People go, oh, just what does it act as if? Just say the meditations and then it'll feelings will come.
I didn't.
That doesn't seem realistic.
Okay, we can talk about more sometimes.
I
Yeah,
could go forever talking about
yeah.
that.
You have to say something?
I just say, I love your analogy. The question is that my mind is like a radio and I get to tune it. Okay? So why would I tune my mind to that same thing? Why would I do that? And here's the reason. 90% of the world isn't here. But I love it now. If I bring pain to the world, I get pain back. If I bring love to the world, I attune to love. I attune to positive things. Positive things. If I stay in this channel, like it's the Velcro mind, it's not good.
So it's human.
So I just
Yeah.
want to make a comment that I believe my mind is more like a radio and less like a computer. Thinking is suffering.
Okay, thanks so much for the comment. Yeah. Yeah.
Is there's also this, when you said about pro mind or Teflon mind, actually what I thought you were going to say, you're going to speak to reptilian brain. So our most primitive
Oh, it's a new
part-
thing for me. I will find out more information.
The most primitive part of our brain, they call the lizard brain.
Okay.
It's actually what is first formed and it's responsible for our fear response. It's for survival. So all of our survival instincts are to notice threat and that part of our brain, we're talking about, all of us can be really attuned to these things because our first mechanism is survival. So letting know our survival or our lizard brain that we're safe, and start to notice that maybe some of this negativity that we're attuned to is just part of that survival instinct that we can
Yeah.
notice that we're safe. We don't need to, tune into our fear response in this moment, in this phase. But I think sometimes in the world we do tune into what is fearful because there are so many objects that can spark that, and in autopilot we might miss
Yes.
what radio station we've tuned into.
Well, you're surrounded by fear. It's pounded onto you every single day. You listen to the radio, television, this is going to kill you, this is after you, this and this and this.
Social media.
If it really affects you, it affects you. But if you don't really pay attention to it all, it doesn't. You have your own world. And you have to decipher that. And the things that you can change, you change. The other stuff, hey, it happens. And you just go on with it. But when you dwell and that repetitiveness of overthinking, that becomes a rut in your brain. And some people never get that out of their brain. It takes time. And meditation is not the answer to it. It's part of it. The rest of it is just living.
Okay, I never thought we are going to have this much long discussion, but thank you for the thoughts and ideas. It's very helpful for me too. And